All right, it's one vertex of a larger structure that you'd be making. You'd add on to this. Another big mistake that sometimes people make, well, it's not really a mistake, it just makes your life more difficult, is to say, oh, I made one group of 3, and now I'll make another group of 3 and another group of 3. No, I don't like that. I like adding on to this, because as you add on to this, you're going to be able to see the structure start. And if you have lots of little individual vertices, they're kind of hard to put together after the fact, after they're all inserted. Okay, so I'm going to pause because I need more units. Okay, you have more units? Good. I have a bunch of them here now. Look at all these units I have. Units. So, how do you build onto this? Well, like I said, you start with one vertex, and you're going to add on to this. So, let's see. I don't think it matters where I start, so I'm going to say take this yellow end. Now, again, notice, we used half of the yellow unit to make this pyramid. There's another half left over right here, okay? And what you want to do is build another pyramid onto that half. So I'm going to try to make the colors be nice. Sometimes people like to do this, although you feel free to do whatever you want with the colors, but I like to have 3 colors meeting at each vertex. So I'm going to use an a pink, and a blue. And because I haven't done it already, I'm going to spread these apart. Okay? And let's move down to the table here. And so I'm going to insert these 3 units with this yellow to make another pyramid joining onto this one. Okay, so what's the easiest way to do that? Well, I'm going to take this blue, and I have to lock it inside the yellow, so I open up a little bit of the yellow, and I'm going to slide the blue inside, again making these creases line up, slide it in, just like that. Yeah, then I have to do the same thing with the pink. So I'm going to open up a flap of the pink, slide the yellow into there, make the creases line up. There you go. And then holding these together with one hand, I can open up the flap of open up the pocket of the blue, slide the pink in there, making sure that the flap of the pink goes around. Oh, notice, this is something people ask me about. Here, in this example, I have 2 layers I could put it inside of the blue. I have this one, or I could have peeled back this one. See how there are two pockets there I could have used. Doesn't matter which one I use. It really doesn't matter. Sometimes I think it looks nicer if I use the top one, so maybe I'll do that. But it doesn't matter. Functionally, they both work the same way. So I've just tucked that in there, close back up the blue, and like I like to do, I'm going to fold some of these flaps over so things will stay together. Yay! 2 pyramids. Alright, now I'm going to make another pyramid. Maybe I'll add on to this one. So I'll need a yellow unit, spreading it apart, and another pink one. And so how am I going to do this? I'm going to put this inside the blue. Then I want to put the, let's see, I want to put the blue inside the yellow, so slide the blue into there. And then I'm going to, holding these with one hand, open up, see if I can get this open up the side of the pink, slide the yellow into the pink, close back up the pink, and there we go. Now we have 3 pyramids together. Now notice what's happening. It is starting to make a ring here. There's going to be an open space in the finished model here. An open space right there. This is going to make a ring. Now, one nice thing about this unit is you get to pick how many vertices, how many pyramids do you want to go around a ring. The reason why I call this the pentagon-hexagon zigzag unit, PHiZZ, pentagon-hexagon, is because if I stopped with 4, if I try to put these together, not only would the colors not work out, but it's not very happy. And the units, I mean, notice the pyramids are kind of buckling, and these actually don't want to go in together very nicely. There's too much tension, or there's a lot of tension. You could make this work, but the paper isn't very happy. Okay, it is quite happy though to make it a pentagon. Okay, or it'll make a hexagon very easily too. So you could have 5 or 6 pyramids going around this opening. I'm going to do 5, okay, because that's the I think the easiest thing to do. So so let's see. I need another unit there, another unit here, and I'm going to tuck this yellow into the pink there. So I'm making another pyramid here first, and then I'm going to tuck this into here. Okay, and then the blue goes into the yellow. Blue goes into the yellow. And then pull that up. Alright. And then now what you have here is 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the 5th pyramid. Okay, I'm going to lock these together. I need a blue unit now to finish that off. Okay. Yeah. And okay, so here's the blue unit. So how are we going to do this? Now, I could go ahead and put this pink inside the yellow. I think that's a harder way to do it, because then these two things would be locked. Actually, let me show you that. So I could put the pink inside the yellow. There is going to be some tension because this is making a ring, okay? But then I would have to put the blue inside this pocket here of the pink, you know, right in there. And it's all locked together, so it's kind of hard to get the layers apart to stick this in. So I think it's actually easier if before I put the pink in the yellow, actually open up the pink a little and stick the blue in there first. Okay, so put the blue inside the pink, just like that, you know, making those crease lines line up there. Then put the pink inside the yellow. Okay? Then, since this blue one is free, it's then really simple to finish it off by opening up the blue, getting the yellow to go in there. Go in there, yellow. There we go. And then closing the blue back up, doing that so that it stays together. And then we have, ta-da! We have a nice pentagon. 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 Okay, so this works rather nicely. 6 also work nicely. That's why pentagon, hexagon. Okay, but first time you're making something with this, I suggest you just stick with pentagons, because this is one face of a dodecahedron. Okay, dodecahedron is, you know, a polyhedron with 12 pentagon faces. Okay, so you've made one now. If you think of that as the bottom of this object, then you're going to have another pentagon here that you're going to have to make, another one over here, another one over there. You'll have 5 pentagons going around this, and you'll just build this up. So you'll just keep on adding on to this, saying, all right, here I have a pink, a yellow, and a blue, so I'm going to need some more units to make a pentagon hole here. And then here I have a blue, a pink, and another blue, make another pentagon hole over there, and keep on going, and you will have a, in the end, a dodecahedron. Or it'll look kind of like a dodecahedron. And yeah, this is the same object that's on the cover of my book. I can actually do a little plug here. It's on the cover of my book, and the instructions for this are in my book too, but they're not video. Project Origami, that's a finished model. Okay, I'd rather show you a picture like this than show you an actual model, because I want you to do it yourself. Okay, so keep adding to this. It takes 30 units total to finish this off and make a dodecahedron out of it. And then there's many other things you can make with the PHiZZ unit too, because it is a strong unit. You can make buckyballs with it. You can mix pentagons and hexagons. You can make a soccer ball. It takes 90 units. For that you make a pentagon, and then instead of making pentagons around it, you make hexagons around it. And then keep going, following exactly the same pattern that you see on a soccer ball or a football, if you're English or European or anyone else who's not American. And yeah, fun unit, very strong. Notice this is, well, you can't tell, but I'm pulling on it and it stays together quite well. Yeah, has lots of good structural stability. So I hope this was informative, and yeah, enjoy the origami.